Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you have seen my previous video. Please, my request, before seeing this video, please go through my previous video for better understanding. Once again, today I am also doing the revision thing for better understanding. In this section, I will just revise some topic which I have already told you in the previous class. Let's say I will start it. Okay, a farmer cultivates two type of crops, that is beans and corn. Beans is one of the DMU and corn is also one of the DMU. In this case, for investment for beans is 3 unit, per unit is 10,000, for corn is 2 unit, per unit is 10,000. Return after sale is for beans is 3.3 unit and for corn is 2.2 unit. Just see, the investment is not same, because if the investment is same, by seeing only we can compare easily which one is efficient or which one is inefficient. But in this case, the investment is not same, because for beans is 3 unit and for corn is 2 unit. Return after sale is for beans is 3.3 unit, for corn is 2.2 unit. So what to do in this type of problem is there? Next, I will go to the next slide. Just see here, for 3 unit investment, the return is 3.3 unit. For 1 unit, how much? That is 1.1 unit. And for 2 unit investment, the return is 2.25 unit. And for 1 unit, how much? Because the investment is not same, so just they are fixing for 1 unit. This is nothing but output value divided by input value. That is nothing but efficiency score. You can see here, efficiency score equals to output value divided by input value. I have explained this concept in the previous video. Again, I am going for revision for better understanding. Next, this is an example for input and output type differ from each other. What is this? What do you mean by this? Input output type differ from each other. Let us see. Input is the investment and output is the yield, that is quantity. You can see here, for input is for beans is 3 unit, the type is currency, and for corn is also the type is currency and unit is also same. If you come to the output, for beans is 1.5 in ton, that is quantity, and 1.2 in ton, this is also quantity. For input and output type may differ. Means what is that? Just see here, for input, that is 3 unit, that is type is currency. In output, look at in beans 1.5 in 10, this is not a currency, this is a quantity, but we can apply the efficiency formula. Okay, in consider one special case. In input, 3 unit is for beans and 2 unit is for corn. Instead of currency, if there is any other different type, in case of corn, in the input value, then we can't apply the efficiency formula. The rule is that input output type may differ, but you can see here In input, the investment is there. In beans, 3 unit per unit 10,000, that is, you can see type is currency and unit is 10,000. And in case of corn, that is in input, investment is 2 unit, that is type is currency and the unit is 10,000. You can apply the formula, efficiency formula. If the unit is not same, just you have to convert in same unit. Next, coming, corn is the still efficient DMU. Here we got the result as corn is the still efficient DMU. Again, once again, I will consider a different case. An example, output across DMUs are measured in different unit. In this case, same thing, previously what the condition we have applied, here also the same thing is there, but you can see in output 15 in quintal and 1.2 in ton. The unit is not same. First you have to convert into the same unit. After that you have to apply the efficiency formula. But compared to the input, here 3 unit, that is type is currency, unit is 10,000, and input for corn is type is currency and input is, and that is unit is 10,000, that is corn for 2 unit per unit is 10,000. Earlier I had explained and I told clearly. In table 2 you can see here, to compute the score using the formula 1, first either you have to convert both in ton, then you can get the result. For beans 0.5 and for corn 0.6, both in quintal. If you convert both in quintal, for beans the value is 5 and for corn the value is 6. You can see here simple explanation, because if it is in ton, the bean value is 0.5 and corn value is 0.6, and if you convert both in quintal, the value is not same, because previously we got the value for beans is 0.5 and for corn is 0.6. Now we are getting for beans is 5 and corn is 6. If you compare for both, which is the higher value, that is efficient, it is a very common sense. So again the corn is the efficient DMU, consistent result from the either case. Next, I am going to a next slide. It may be possible that in a set of DMUs, more than one or all DMUs are efficient. It may possible. It is not always that only one DMU is efficient. It may possible sometimes more than one or all DMUs are efficient. This is the simple example. Next slides I will go. Here both, that is beans and corns, are the efficient DMU. Next, this is very interesting, because multi-input scenario. What is multi-input scenario? Now just look at the table. Here there are two inputs. One is the investment and another one is labor charge. Output is in return, that is type is currency, okay, and 3.3 return is there. For which one is for beans, and 2.8 I have not written here, but here it is 2.8 in return for corn. In type is currency, unit is 10,000. Next, how to determine with multiple inputs? Can I extend the formula 1 to? Now this is a very interesting question. Can I apply the same formula, efficiency score equals to output value divided by input value? for comparing DMUs. Next, how do I compute the total input value? It is simply adding investment and labor charge. Though both are of the same type currency, they have different unit, no problem. If it is in different unit, then we can convert in some formulas, some using mathematical equations, we can convert into the same unit, no problem. We have all the unit conversions, we have the formula. Here they have converted in 10,000. So here the total input value of beans is 3.5 in 10,000 and total input value for corn is 2.8 unit in 10,000. This is 2.8 unit. Earlier I just missed it. Here it will comes 2.8. Now what to do? Computing efficiency score using 2 gives which one is the efficient? Again beans came or corn came. Just you see the value. For beans is 0.9428 and for corn is 0.8036. Beans emerges the efficient DMU. But this is right. This observation is correct. Next slide, I will go for next slide. Here you can see the farmer is discussing with the data analyst. Hey data analyst, why should I give a full 100% equal importance to the labor charge and investment? I have seen that if I reduce some labor worker, then also my profit will not be affected. Why should I give more, nothing that not more, equal weightage to the investment and labor charge? If I'm adding labor charge and investment, that is I am giving equal importance. In my view, I am observing that and I am also thinking that if I reduce the number of labor, then also my profit will not be affected. Then data analyst think, okay, no problem. And what he will do? Just see here. Hey data analyst, why treat both inputs equal in efficient calculation? My observation shows that some worker contributes minimally and even without them my profit is unlikely affected. Yes, I have explained with the help of diagram. This suggested my investment has a greater impact on returns than labor cost. Please prioritize my investment over labor charges. Now, what is the answer of a data analyst, or you can call as a data scientist also? Hey farmer, should I prioritize your investment just because you observe lower labor contribution? Your observation might be flawed. What if those workers' efficiency must be calculated objectively, not based on personal preference to avoid bias? So what to do? Now what they have done is, coming to this topic, this slide, let me give 91% weight to the investment and 9% weight to the labor charge, and then we have some calculation and we see what is the result. In this case, corn will emerge the efficient DMU. Just change 1%. Let me give 90% weightage to the investment and 10% weightage to the labor, and then what is after calculation, what will get the result? Beans will emerge as the efficient DMU. Now former observation is correct, because sometime just the variation of 1%, the result is different. First they have given 90% and they have calculated, the result is different. Again they have given 91% and calculated, the result is different. Then what to do next? Now again, now see this diagram. Now the data analyst explaining the former, which I have written in the next slide. So I trusted the former observation and assigned the lower weight to the labor charges. In the first trial 91%, and in the second time this is 90%, just it is mistake, sorry for this. And in the second trial 90% and 10% for the investment and labor charge. But this led to contradictory result. Corn will be the first trial and beans in the second trial. This highlights the flows of the subjective weight assignments. Same, so in this they are discussing, okay, by the observation of a farmer, what the data scientists have assigned a different weight. First they have given 90% weightage to the investment and 10% weightage to the labor charge, and next they have given 91 percentage and a 9 percentage to the labor charge. The result is will be different. Then what to do? How we have to give the weights? This is a new problem in multi inputs. Next, anyway the efficiency formula is efficiency score equals to output value divided by weighted sum of input value, or more generally we can write as efficiency score equals to weighted sum of output value divided by weighted sum of input value. Now what to do? Now the existence of CCR model came because if some person is giving 90% weightage to the investment and sometimes they are changing 91%, and for also labor they are doing the same thing, means the answer will be different. If some person will give different weightage and another person will give the different weightage, then how can we trust to anyone? Because everyone is giving different weightage. But that thing and the main big question comes, we want the profit. For what weight we get the more profit? This is the main question. Because if some person comes and he gives, I am giving this type of weight, I thought that you will get the maximum profit. Again some person comes, he will tell, no, I will give this type of weight. In this type of weight you will get maximum profit. Because if they give equal importance, means the farmer is thinking that labor is not working so much. If he reduce the labor number, then also his profit will not be affected. Then what to do? Then CCR model came into the existence. CCR model, the scientist name and everything I had explained in the previous video, in which year the CCR model came, and the scientist name also I had explained. So just you see in this the tabular column how the inputs and outputs are arranged. Okay, in table 1 I will explain this in detail, but just you think that why the importance of CCR model. This CCR model will choose the weight its own, for what weight the profit will become the maximum. Now no one will give the weight. The model itself decide for which weight the profit will be maximum. It depends upon its inputs and outputs. That is already we know. But the CCR model helps giving weight by its own, by which weight we will get the maximum profit. Now I will show the 3 conditions. This is the CCR model, condition 1, condition 2 and condition 3. Okay, so why the necessity of CCR model came into the existence? Because if the number of input and the number of outputs is more, then efficiency formula won't work. Because efficiency formula will work for single input and single output, and some applying special condition I have explained you in my previous video also, and in this video also. But what is the case if the input is more than one and the output is also more than one? Then the very interesting topic and very interesting thing will come, that weight, which weight we have to give, because all inputs are not same and all outputs are also not same. So how to, because you can see here investment, the farmer is thinking I will give more weightage, but if it comes to labor charge, he is thinking I will give less weightage to the uh, labor cost, because he is thinking that if I reduce the labor, then also my profit will not be affected. So this is only two input. Just imagine if there are number of input is there and there are number of output is there, in that case what to do, how we will get the weight? Because if some person comes and he will give by its own weight, just assuming, then how he will tell correctly the profit will be there? Because some person will come and he will give some by his experience or by his some imagination. How can one believe that for this weightage he will get the maximum profit, because there are so many possibilities are there? Then CCR model came into the existence, because by these conditions and these three important condition, the CCR model give its own weight, for that weight the profit is maximum. You can see here I had expanded here the summation I had expanded. Again in my next video I will explain this in detail with some examples, because this is the CCR model is very important, because by CCR model only we know how to get the maximum value by which weight if you multiply to that equation. So thank you friends, I think you have understood, and thank you so much. In my next class again I will explain you in detail and with some particular example and some detailed explanation. I think now you came to know that why CCR model came into the existence, because the CCR model came into the existence due to multiple input and multiple output. Okay, first I have explained you what is efficiency, how efficiency formula came into existence, and if the investment is not same for one unit we have compared. After that, for what condition efficiency formula can be used, that is type should be same. For input output type may differ. If unit are not same, then you can convert into the same unit. And again I had explained that more than one DMU is efficient. Here beans and corns are the DMUs. And I had in previous class I had explained the definition of DMU also, that is decision making unit. So again my next class I will explain in detail with some particular example how what is the CCR model and how it works, and it's all the symbolical representation. Thank you so much friends.